Multiple lines on my little speech, so it'll be shorter than I planned before. So thank you for the welcome, and also to Mayor and Mayoress and councillors and dignitaries here from the diplomatic corps. I am Hubert Klaassens. I've just recently been appointed to the Centre for Fine Arts, Music and Theatre Studies at the University of Canterbury. And I'm carrier of some good news insofar as that enrollments this year at the School of Fine Arts are equal to last year and haven't dropped at all. So although the university generally may be suffering, and Christchurch also of course, the School of Fine Arts is doing as it always did, which is a great start for my year at university. I prepared this speech thinking that Alvin Pankhurst would be the main exhibitor, and I'm surprised and probably delighted to see that he isn't. I've not seen this much talent on display for a very long time. So my speech is necessarily focused on Alvin because that's all I knew at the time. And I'm sorry I didn't do my research as well as some others of you. And I won't be able to go into the other exhibitors here, but as I said before, there's multiple talent on display here, and you're to be hugely congratulated. I know that John approached me when I worked at Christchurch Art Gallery many years ago about a relationship with the gallery at the time. It didn't happen at that time because the gallery was completely focused on getting built and up and running. But I hope that there's an opportunity for him to re-establish those connections, especially at this time when these rural enterprises are so much more important. Well, on to Alan. My first contact with his work was in 2001 when I designed and installed the exhibition of images of home and garden at the Old Art Gallery, and some of you may remember that show. Alvin's monumental work titled Make Me Tomorrow featured prominently in the homes section of the exhibition. Now, I'm not sure if Alvin intended that particular work to be representative of domestic bliss. It didn't seem like it to me. But in any event, it managed, and probably still managed, to hold people's attention for longer than most of the other works in the show. And incidentally, Made Me Tomorrow won the Patterson and Hedges Award in 1974 and was then acquired by the Dunedin Public Art Gallery. I'm pleased to see that Alvin hasn't lost his touch. The works on display here are powerful enough, I think, to engage with the delicious, if somewhat unsettling mix of surreal imagery with a hyper-realistic technique. Now, hyper-realism, and I've just been in Holland recently, hyper-realism is the new black in Europe. But from what I've seen, most artists over there don't really stray too far from the subject itself, which makes their paintings pretty, but boring. But not so with Alvin's paintings. I think other works like Michael Smith's can provide, or Lloyd Webber's done, they take us into a different realm, and this has, referred to that already too. And that's what art is all about. Now, Alvin is not a graduate of the Canterbury University School of Fine Arts. So, and as I'm the director of the School of Fine Arts, I can't be seen to be promoting him too much. But I think that he and all other artists represented here tonight should be congratulated, and of course John and his team as well, on what has been achieved. They're simply above talented. Now, John, I'm just acknowledging you again for your contribution to the cultural and therefore the spiritual well-being of the region. My mother-in-law lives in Dartford, she knows what you do. Initiatives like this are essential to our well-being, and I thank you again for having me here tonight and giving me a chance to enjoy what's here. I'd also like to acknowledge the Christchurch Guangdong Association for supporting the show. I had not expected a presence like this, and I think it's a wonderful gesture. And as I mentioned before, the final little student numbers, the School of Fine Arts is running well, and if you have any family members who are thinking about a career in the arts, come and see us. We'd be happy to take you through the center. Thank you and goodbye.